Hi, this is Melissa, the transition specialist at the Nellie Reddick Center, and this is our adult transportation information session. So, our goals today, we're going to talk in two parts. So, this video is part one, and this is all about VIAtrans, what to expect, safety precautions, scheduling a ride, and using a hub. And then part two, if you're interested, will be about Via Link, the regular Via bus service, and Go cards and how to use them. So, first, we want to make sure that you know that travel training is a process. We're never going to put one of our young adults on a ride and say, "Good luck, hope you make it home." We're going to start by riding with them, make sure they know what to do and are comfortable. Then we're going to make sure they're able to get on safely, they know how to interact with the driver. They ride by themselves, and then we meet them at the end location and make sure that they made it safely, they know how to get to where they're going. And then lastly, we're going to hide. We'll be down the street or hiding somewhere we can watch and make sure that they're able to do everything on their own before we fully back off of travel training. And families, we will be in contact with you the entire time to make sure that you are working with us as a team and we're all doing the best for your son or daughter to make sure they're safe while traveling. So, what exactly is VIAtrans? VIAtrans is public transportation. Anyone who qualifies can ride. You do have to submit an application and be approved. So, their application process does have a doctor's note or a doctor's information that has to be filled in. So, you'll need to see your regular doctor, have them fill out the information for the application. And then, if you bring it here to Reddick's, I can take it down to the VIA office. I go down about once a week and we'll put their last evaluation with that application to help them get approved faster. So if you haven't done the application and you're going to do it, please make sure to fill out all of the areas that they ask for because they will kick it back if not. It is a curb to curb service. So it picks up and drops off in front of a home or business. They will not get out and come knock on your door, so you have to be watching and ready for your ride. It's also a shared ride system. So, multiple passengers are being picked up and dropped off at different locations and times. And so, it's going to be different whoever you're riding with each day. And there's different drivers each time. Here's a video about a young man who uses VIAtrans.
Adam has cerebral palsy. He's legally blind. He was born at 1 pound 13 ounces at 24 and a half weeks. We were told that he wasn't going to live. Well, thank God Adam didn't get that memo. And here we are at 20 years old. He's a full-time student at SAC. He has a part-time job through California Pizza. And through VIAtrans, he's able to do everything on his own. He makes the reservations. He interacts with the operators. He's in control of his own schedule. And because of VIAtrans, it enables him to be more organized. It's a vehicle of social justice. He can go anywhere.
Have a good day, Adam. Take care.
You
Thanks
too,
a lot.
Armando. Have a good day.
VIAtrans makes me feel like I have no disabilities at all. VIAtrans has given me freedom. I'm so thankful for VIAtrans.
So that's a little information about VIAtrans, and I can tell you their numbers have gone up quite a bit since this video has been made. So where will the VIAtrans go? This map shows you all of the areas that are covered by the Via bus service. And so VIAtrans is covered in the same areas as the bus service. So the areas that are green are going to be 7 days a week that you can use VIAtrans. The areas in blue are 6 days a week. And so that's some of that 1604 area. And then any areas that are yellow do not have service. So you can't take the VIAtrans in or out of those areas. What is the cost? So to get your ViaTrans card, it's free. Like I said, you just have to do the application process. Each one-way ride is $2, or you can use one ticket to pay for that. So if you're approved for a personal care attendant, then they can ride for free with you. Um, if you have a companion that's going with you, that would be $2 as well. So it's $2 per one-way ticket. Tickets can be purchased at a Via Transit Center or HEB. And then you can pay for your ride a couple of different ways. You can pay cash, use a ticket, or the Via Go card. And then another perk is that your ViaTrans ID will get you on the regular Via bus with two other people for free. So that's always helpful. How long are the rides? The rides on ViaTrans are supposed to mirror the time that a regular bus route would take. So that can vary depending on your ride time can vary depending on like how many stops they have that day, whether your Via arrives at the beginning of the window or the end of the window. You get a 30-minute window for pickups and the time of day that it comes in. There's more riders at certain times of day. So to give you a better idea of about how long a trip should take, you can use Google Directions, where you go in and Google Maps and put the place that you're starting and the place that you're ending, and then you select the bus icon. And so select the bus icon, and then it'll show you the amount of time it would take on the regular Via bus. And so the Via Trans should mirror that time frame. So now, if you have, sometimes there won't be other riders, and so you might go from one place to another, and it takes a fraction of that time. Sometimes you might have a few more, and it goes over that. So, but that is about the time it's supposed to take for the ViaTrans, so it's a good estimate for you. What types of vehicles might come to pick you up for ViaTrans? Well, they've got a variety. You have all the vehicles you see on the screen could come and get you. The red mini bus and the white van that's in the top middle, both of those are wheelchair accessible. And so they can take riders who have wheelchairs. Sometimes you will get a Z-Trip vehicle. So you see the yellow and the white car up there. Those are partnered with ViaTrans, with Yellow Cab. The drivers are trained the same as ViaTrans drivers for those vehicles. But any of these vehicles might come and get you for a ViaTrans trip. So safety precautions. What does ViaTrans offer? Well, all of their drivers are trained. So their drivers and those Z-Trip drivers are trained to work with individuals with disabilities. Your rider is only going to be dropped off at a predetermined location. So it's not like the regular bus where they stop somewhere like, oh, I think I'll get off here. They cannot do that. They're only dropped off at the location that they scheduled for when they scheduled their ride. There's also tracking on the vehicles. So if you get on their online system and your son or daughter is on a vehicle, you can see about where that vehicle is in town. It has a map. And then they also have a do not leave alone or signature program. And what this is some of our young adults who ride, they need to go to a person. So they should not be left by themselves. And so you can have where whoever puts them on the ViaTrans signs them on. And then when they get off, someone has to sign them off so you know that they're safely with someone. The only thing I will say about this program is if you ever plan for your son or daughter to not need this, then I would strongly caution you to not use it because it is very easy to put on. It is extremely difficult to take off. So, let us know if you have questions about this. Let your teacher know, and we can kind of brainstorm with you if that's the best choice or not. We want to make sure that they're safe. There might be other safety precautions that we can use if you plan in the future for them to not need that. So what we teach is in the system, if they log in on their phone, they can see what the number is on the ride. And so they can look and make sure that that matches the vehicle that pulls up. We have our riders show ID when they get on and off the vehicle. And then, if they're able to, text or call their family when they get on. We have riders who are not able to communicate. They're not able to, call or text, but you can still track that vehicle on the online system. Some other precautions. As a family, you might choose to use something like Life 360, where it has GPS tracking for members so you can see where your son or daughter is. And then Apple and Google also have location sharing that you can use for that same feature so you'll know where they are. So, how do you schedule VIAtrans? Scheduling is open 7 days a week between 8 a.m. and 4:45 p.m. Riders can schedule up to 4 days in advance. They do not do same day reservations. So you have to schedule at least a day ahead of time. You can call in and talk to an operator at 210 362 5050, or you can use their VIA online system, which is at vos.viainfo.net. Either way, you can get your ride scheduled. The online system you can access from a phone or computer. It has the same booking hours as the call in, so you can't sneak on there at like 10 o'clock going, oh, I forgot to schedule for tomorrow. It won't let you. However, you can view your trips or cancel your trips at any time on the online system. It's just the scheduling is still between 8 and 4:45. It does have a book again feature. So if you're doing a regular ride, you can book it again. It'll have a drop down and say, oh, yeah, I'm still going from Reddix to home. You select that. It pre populates all the information, and you just need to select the day and the time for the next trip. It will show the approximate location of the VIAtrans and the vehicle information that's picking you up. And then it gives you a countdown that starts about an hour before pickup to show how long until your vehicle arrives. So this is what the online system looks like. On the left side, that's on a telephone. And so that's showing the trips that that young adult has scheduled. And so they do have little icons by the trips. So the green S tells you that it's been scheduled. The blue CA means that it was canceled in advance. So they scheduled the trip and then, oh, I'm not going to go that day for whatever reason. You can go in and cancel. It doesn't delete it out of the system. It just shows that it was canceled. So that way you can keep track. On the right side, that is from a computer desktop. And so you can see this student's ride is coming. And so it has at the top, your ride arrives in so many minutes. You can see that little bus icon shows about where that ride is. That's on the way to get you. And then once you're on it, you can also log on and see where that little bus is in town. And then it shows the vehicle number, so you can check that against the vehicle that pulls up to make sure it is the same vehicle. When you get your card, you will get a customer service guide that has all kinds of information. All your questions can be answered in that guide. It's got a lot of information. You can also read through it on their website if you don't have a hard copy and you just want to know more about their program. So, the last thing we wanted to discuss is using a hub for VIAtrans. As our district grows, we get more and more families that live outside of 1604 and outside of that VIAtrans service area. So, some of our families will choose to use a hub that they select that's inside the VIAtrans area so they can take their son or daughter to that hub and then they catch the VIAtrans from that hub to wherever they're going. So when you're doing this, you want to make sure to choose a safe location for this. We've got different places that you can try. Not we, but you can decide what works best for you. Some families choose like, hey, whatever's the closest in. As we're driving down the road, there's a Starbucks there. That's great. Some families say, you know what, my kiddo's going to ride with me to work, and then they're going to catch it from work to where they're going because I work inside the service area. Or you can just figure out what works best for your family. Maybe they go to the YMCA and they like to work out ahead of time, and so they can work out and wait for you to get off work and come pick them up. Whatever works best for your family. So we're here to help you if you decide to use a hub. There is some of the hubs families have used, the library, Walmart, the YMCA, Starbucks. We've had students go to gyms that they have memberships to. We've had students that go to Starbucks on Via and then they catch an Uber from Via home the rest of the way. So, whatever works best for your family, we're here to help y'all figure that out so that your son or daughter can get to wherever they need to go in their adult life. So that is all for part one. If you have any further questions about VIAtrans, please contact your son or daughter's teacher and we will help you as best we can to come up with a plan for your child's adult transportation.